Hello, old girl. How you doing? You alright? You just having a rest? That was Miss Brown, little Miss Brown they call her, the Bantam. She's given up on being broody. And there's no eggs hatched. So I'm quite pleased about that, to be honest. Look at this, watch this. I'm in my van. It says stop. There's an engine management light. See, the glow plug lights come on again. There's a car there with a spanner. It's gone off again. The engine management light's still on. Oh, it says stop, look, flashing. It's been doing that for the last about 80 miles. Oh, I just don't know. I've got no idea about these modern cars. Hello Mia, hello darling. I'm not going anywhere, love, I was just showing that. Oh, here comes Bonny. Hiya Bon. Yeah, we're all a happy family, aren't we? Yeah, I don't know anything about these modern things. I think you put it on the machine and it tells you what's wrong, but it's not always there. Sometimes I'll be driving along and it's perfectly clear dashboard. I suppose I'd better have something done about it. But how did we manage in the old days before we had lights come on to tell you that there was something wrong? We just knew, didn't we? We thought, well, that don't feel right. But the trouble is, all those lights have come on and nothing's wrong with the vehicle. It seems to be running perfectly to me. The new hens are doing very well. I moved the whole thing about 18 inches this way the other day, so they had a bit of fresh grass, and they've almost got rid of that. Although I throw them in grass every day. They're all laying now, and all looking happy and healthy. This survived the wind last night. It was windier than it was last week when it was, you know, when we had the wind warnings. It was windier last night and it survived. So I'm quite happy about that. Although these came undone, these weights, the knots, it's only a round turn, a couple of half hitches. But and this one came undone. The wind must have just been moving it and it just gradually loosened itself. Anyway, this is where little Miss Brown the Bantam has been sitting brooding, and she gave up about 3 days ago really. So all these eggs, I'll have to get rid of them. You won't want to eat them. Not unless you lived in Korea or somewhere like that where they eat strange things. Yeah, so that's a job I've got to do. Let's go and have a look at the vegetables. Everything's growing apace. The potatoes are starting to die off now, so I suppose that means I can harvest them soon. I was going to make a potato clamp. That's where you pile all the potatoes up in a big heap, cover them in straw, and then cover them in soil, and that way you can keep them fresh. But then I've been watching on the internet and people just say, I'll just put them in paper sacks, store them in a cool place. So that's probably what I'll do. I think this is a carrot. It grew itself. I'm just leaving it. It looks like it's got a flower coming on it, so maybe it's not a carrot. Or maybe it'll come to seed. Collect the seed. Swedes are growing. Carrots are growing. Oh, look at this. Beans. Runner beans. Oh, I have some of them today. Look at that. They certainly... I mean, they weren't that size yesterday. I'm telling you, it's a rain. It's a natural rain. When that rain falls, the plants grow like crazy. Another cucumber coming here. That's the third one on this plant. There's another one there. I gave one to Trisha, and I gave one to my granddaughter Maisie when she came to visit. So, you know, the produce is getting eaten. I'm eating a lot of the spinach, the perpetual spinach. I actually like the taste of it. It's a kind of an earthy taste. Carrots there. Peas, got peas growing. I'm still not sure what this is, but it's a tuber underground that's the edible part, I think. It was described to me when it was first put there. I didn't put that. That was put there last year, described as being a Jerusalem artichoke, and it grew and it had yellow flowers on it. I don't know what it is, but we'll see. Broccoli, cabbages, these things here, I don't know what that is, but grows all over the place. I just keep pulling it out. It's very difficult to keep up with weeds. I mean, they suddenly appear. You think you've done it all, and then look, there's more there. Oh, that one's broken. There's another one here next to this self-sown tomato plant. Look at these. These must be ready to eat soon. Actually, I've eaten a few of them. They were very, very small, but very tasty. Look at the colour of this cabbage. Yes, everything's growing, and I've eaten some of these French beans. That's them there. They are very, very tasty. More perpetual spinach. I don't quite know what's happened to my onions. They've all flattened, but they're growing. Still growing. Well, some of them are. These look a bit... The red ones look a bit weird, don't they? I don't know what to do about that. Just to leave them, see if they grow a bit more, or whether to harvest them. I don't know a lot about harvest times. This is some broccoli plants. I had what did I have in there? Swedes, and they never grew. Well, only a few of them grew. So I put some broccoli that had been growing, doing overtime in the, what's that called? Cold frame. Put it in there just to see what happens. You know, it's all food, isn't it? The Polytunnel survived last night's strong winds. Still been getting the rain in a little bit, but only a few drops. And I've been over that seal again today, so I think they should finally have done it. Under there is where the grapevine is planted. That gets natural watering because it's planted outside. This is a rescued cucumber, which looks like it could do with watering, but it has been watered. And these cucumbers over here, you see some of the leaves are dying. Well, I looked it up, and apparently it's due to either overwatering or not watering enough. So how the hell, you know, what am I supposed to do? So I've given them a bit more water today because the rain last night filled up the wheelbarrow with water, so I watered them with that. This is the grapevine, still growing well. It's grown a good bit since, when did I put it in? A couple of weeks ago. I planted some parsnip in there. I'm not particularly fond of parsnip, but Trisha likes them, so I grew them for her. Look at this. This stuff, bindweed, just keeps on coming up, and it does it so quickly. I'm pretty sure I pulled a load of stuff out here already today. Look at it. You've got to get the roots out, but you can't, they just snap off. And got some carrot growing in here. Beetroots are looking good. Now these are weird looking leafless tomatoes. What I did was, these were grown in the vegetable plot, so I just thought, I didn't plant them. I thought I'd plant them in here. I dug them up. Look at that, look, bindweed. I dug them up and planted them last week, a week before. And then yesterday I noticed that all the leaves were going brown. It's called brown spot, I think. So I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but I took all the leaves that were brown, I took them all off. So just got this, it's just an experiment. I'd like to see what happens. That's a rescued, do you know, I really can't remember. Might be a Brussels sprout actually. It was looking, that was stuck in the cold frame for ages. I'd given up on it, and then I thought I'll give it a chance. And these are the Swedes that grew in the out there where I've now planted that broccoli. So I transplanted them. They seem to be doing okay, except something's been at them. Look at that one, look, it's been stripped of its leaves since I put them in here a few days ago. So I'm going to have to, I did come here the other night just to see if I could find any naughty little critters eating them. I didn't see anything, but obviously something, so I'll come down again tonight with a torch. Oh, and I didn't show you, did I? I've made them all, you know, made it all sort of tidy in here. Put a load of mushroom compost in. And that's what's happening. Sometimes I'll open it up at the sides and sometimes I close it. I don't really know what I'm doing. It's all experimental, but I'm enjoying it. And that is just a little update on what's been happening at the old homestead. Yeah, nothing much more to say really. Oh, I'll tell you what, I saw a motorbike on better have a seat, I'm getting old. I saw a motorbike advertised on Project Motorbikes on Facebook. It was a CM125, Honda 125 CM. Nearly 40 years old, so it'd be tax and exempt free. It's a project, it needs work done. I'm left a message for the bloke seeing. I want to find out the postcode so I can work out how much it will cost me to get it, transport it, because I mean I can't really trust my own van, can I? So yeah, so I'm looking at that, hoping the guy will get in touch with me. The CM125 is the bike that I was riding when my son George was a little boy. He's now 29. I was riding it then and I loved it. It's a bike I rode before I finally took my bike test. I really did like it, and I just think it's a small, quite light bike. I remembered how much I enjoyed riding it around, and thought I'll get one, because the last one I had, I actually gave it away. It broke down, and at that time I just couldn't be bothered, so I gave it away. And then I find now they're quite rare. I mean, I've been looking for ages for one, so I'll let you know how I get on. Anyway, look after yourself. Thanks for looking in. Hey, seen this? That's on my potato plants. Deadly. Those things are deadly. Never ever eat those if you see them on a potato. You can see how the potato is related to the tomatoes, though, can't you? And that's all part of the nightshade family. And we all know how dangerous nightshade is, don't we? Right. Just have a quick look at the pond. Getting overgrown here again. Oh dear, look at the algae on that again. No frog spawn this year, but there's lots and lots of newts in there. And one of them that George has found is a great crested newt, which is a protected species. Okay. Oh, I don't know if you saw that, Trish is over there now, so I can't film over there. She didn't like being on camera. Alright, take care everyone. Thanks for looking in. No, don't let them out, love. Don't let them out. Yeah. Bye bye for now. I'm talking to my camera, love. There she is. Bye.